So 2024 is finally picking up in the news department. I've been making a bunch of videos on the channel. Make sure you guys haven't missed any. And yes, I already made a video today, but you're getting another one. I've made 4 videos in 2 days. Who loves you more than I do? But today we're going to be talking about yet another Nintendo related thing. Although I'm not a Nintendo YouTuber, but they've been kind of busy the past few days. Of course, with the investors meeting coming out, we got some morsels of information on the Switch 2. Then it was discovered about the Switch 2, how it's going to essentially work. Make sure you guys check out those videos if you haven't yet. But now we have a big summer release coming to us from Nintendo, because when you look at sort of past like Paper Mario and Luigi's Mansion, there were lots of questions. You know, was there going to be a July game for Nintendo Switch owners? And if so, what was it going to be? We know there's going to be a June Nintendo Direct because that came directly from Nintendo themselves. No pun intended. But now we know about the July Nintendo Switch game. And once again, this is something that we talked about a week or so ago on the channel based on a ratings board listing for the game, the Nintendo World Championships NES edition. Now, this was something, you know, I'm old. I played old games. I was a big fan of NES Remix and things like that. So I wasn't quite sure what we were going to get with this, but today it has been unveiled. We got a trailer for it. We got a bunch of information, different versions that you can pick up. So we're going to talk about it all in this video. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So what is the Nintendo World Championships? When is it coming out? How much does it cost? And should you be interested in it? Well, the video that they made, the little trailer that they made for this, was fantastic. This was one of Nintendo's like best trailers ever, because Nintendo never really likes to like think about their history and like all the cool things that they did kind of in like the 80s and 90s when they were, you know, becoming the juggernaut that they are today. You know, much more grassroots sort of stuff within the video game world, because it was kind of a new medium, especially at the level that Nintendo was trying to take it to. So they showed a bunch of the classic Nintendo Championships winners and events and stuff like that, and then they pretty much detailed this game. So what is exactly Nintendo World Championships NES Edition? Well, it's kind of like speedrunning stuff. There's going to be over 150 challenges in the game, taking place in 13 NES games such as like Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, Legend of Zelda, Donkey Kong, Metroid, all sorts of stuff like that. Kirby's Adventure was in there as well. And basically you're trying to do these things as fast as possible. There's going to be online leaderboards that will be having like 5 challenges, and then they sort of change over the week as far as, you know, like from week to week, they're going to be new challenges that you can enter into. Of course, you can play with your friends in local multiplayer. There's going to be 8-player local multiplayer. You can use it with the NES controller if you want to, which, I mean, I don't know, that might actually be kind of fun with it. But I think this looks really cool. Now, the game is releasing on July 18th. So there's our July game for the Nintendo Switch. We can all stop wondering about that. And then, of course, we have the price of the game, because there's 2 versions of the game that you can get. Now, the first version of the game is, of course, the digital edition of the game. The digital edition will be selling for $29.99. No, you know, frills or anything with that. And then you have the collector's edition, which is a physical edition. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have here the game, as you can see, comes in a big box. And then we get some goodies here too. We get some stickers and some cards and the big box and this. It's kind of like the same size as the Switch Sports box. You know, that came with Joy-Cons. So what are they hiding? Oh, look at that. Look at that big gold cartridge. Look at that thing. Of course I ordered this. What kind of question is that? Like, bro, I don't collect video games really much anymore because, you know, I'm kind of past that stage in life, but this is just something that's really cool. This is, like I said, $59.99. There's also some screenshots of how everything works. There's difficulty stuff, you know, scores, stuff like that. I really like the presentation of this, and I think it's going to be something that's pretty fun. You know, like you can watch replays and stuff to see how other people are doing it. Of course, here is the party mode, which has you know, smaller screens. I mean, what do you expect from this? But I think this physical edition is actually really cool. And the game, I believe, actually comes on a cartridge as well with this. So there is a reason to buy the physical version. The NES cartridge itself does not work. That does look like an official Nintendo sleeve, though, if you know anything about storing your NES game. Do I have any sleeves? I do. I do have some sleeves. I kept Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 because they were very crispy cartridges. You know what? I'm going to grab them for you right now. You can see here we have our official sleeve. Well, Zelda 2 doesn't have an official sleeve, but the Zelda game, Zelda 1 does have an official sleeve. Like, look at that, bro. That is crispy. Why don't they make gold cartridges anymore? I obviously like gold. I got a gold watch. I got a gold chain. This is from my grandfather. No, he hasn't passed away. He just gave it to me because he doesn't wear it anymore. He ain't on the block no more. Look at these beautiful gold cartridges. So this cartridge right here is going to go along beautifully with my Zelda games. So I think this is something fun. You know, we're kind of in this stage with video games where everything, you know, some big AAA release or a remake or a remaster, but this kind of extends a bit beyond that sort of stuff for me personally. I'm a huge fan of the NES remix stuff. The more I talk about NES remix and think about it, the more I actually want to play it. So I may play that some today. But I think this is brilliant. Now, I've seen people online, well, they could have added it to NSO Expansion Pack Plus. And I don't necessarily think you're wrong with that, because I do think that would have been a nice little incentive. We really haven't gotten a whole hell of a lot with Nintendo Switch Online as far as exclusive stuff is concerned lately. You know, some of the games that they've been adding have been a little bit on the lackluster side, I feel. But I do think that this, you know, it deserves a chance to stand alone on its own. I am super interested in this physical edition. It's already sold out at GameStop. I pre-ordered mine from Best Buy. Best Buy still has some at the time of the filming of this video. I don't have listings for Walmart or Amazon or anything like that. So just, you know, pay attention online. See if any of that stuff pops up. If Amazon does start taking pre-orders today, I will update the pinned comment in the post with an affiliate link, because it's all about the money, baby. It's all about the money. But I think this is super dope. I'm actually very excited for it. This is my most exciting Switch game that we know about for 2024. Like Luigi's Mansion 2, cool. I played it on the 3DS. The Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, cool. I played that on the GameCube. I'm old. And granted, I've played all these games that are going to be on this collection. But the fact that it's a collection, the fact that it's going to be based on speed runs and leaderboards and stuff like that, I'm kind of a sucker for leaderboards, you know? I like games with leaderboard systems, especially if I feel like I'm kind of good at them. Like Nanostray on the Nintendo DS, I was in the top 5 for Mitsurin Jungle, which was the first level of the game. I mastered it. Not quite as good as my buddy did, Rob, because he was number 1. But I was in the top 5. I was happy with that. High ranking in Metroid Prime Hunters as well. Anyways, I think this is super cool. So I want to know what you guys have to think about it. Yeah, I know some people are going to be like, well, it said NES edition. Maybe it'll be a Super Nintendo edition. They should. But they never did Super Nintendo Remix, which was why? There's so much you could do with that. Ugh, it pisses me off. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments section down below. Is this something you are looking forward to checking out? Do you have any interest in it? If not, I mean, that's cool. You could just play the games on Switch Online on the NES thing, or emulate them on anything. Like, I'm not going to hold that against you, but I'm super stoked on this. I think this is awesome, super cool, and I can't wait to try it out. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, like I said at the start, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share it to your enemies. Make sure you dislike the video. I don't give a shit. And as long as there's some interaction, it's good for the channel, people. It's good for the channel. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.